we have been having a conversation with Kelvin for a while now, but today we have Jane Baiyu, who is the CEO of Amara Realty, to take us through the journey of forming Amara. What's I notice about Amara, Frank, is the faith aspect. They seem not just to be doing business, but they are doing business the Jesus way.
So faith in the marketplace.
I like it.
Awesome.
I like it. And Madam Jane will tell us about that. So good morning to you, Jane.
Good morning, and thank you for having me today. I am really, really excited to be here. Hope FM, my favorite channel.
Oh,
wow.
Listen. Wow. Thank you so much for listening to Hope FM, and thank you for being of great support to us in this way. So we get straight into the conversation. I just said that you just don't do business. Am I right, or did I say my own things?
No, you didn't. You actually said it right. Yes.
So tell me about it and how you do it at Amara, where faith is concerned, and why that is important.
One, I'm a born-again believer, and for me that is important. And everything that I have done and I seek to do, I anchor it on my faith, because that comes first. So at Amara Realty, whatever it is that we do, we seek first to glorify God. So that has become very important for us at Amara Realty. And we don't just get into a project because it's a project. We go through it, we seek God, and we know this is the right direction to take. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Wonderful. Take us through your journey of coming up with Amara Realty. Where did it start?
Let me first of all let people know me.
Okay.
Jane of Amara Realty. Who is Jane?
Yeah.
I'm an accountant by profession, and I worked in accountancy for very many years. And over the years, in my 20s, I used to ask myself, what am I going to do after accountancy? And something kept telling me real estate, real estate, real estate. And that is how my journey began. And every year when you're sitting down to do your your new year resolutions and goals, I would always put down that I will start a real estate company.
Okay.
Every single year. So that is how the desire for real estate came about. And then now when it came to Amara Realty, I resigned from employment in 2019. 2021 started Amara Realty. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Maybe Jen, somebody
Yes.
could be asking, why did you choose real estate and not any other?
The reason I chose real estate, first of all, God puts desires in somebody. And there's something I have said. When I was asking myself, what am I going to do after accountancy? Because I was not going to be an accountant throughout my life till retirement. And I kept seeking God. What is it that I will do after accountancy? And it became very clear it was going to be real estate.
Okay.
Now, that was a desire. And I kept putting it down on paper every year for about a decade.
I want to ask you.
Yes.
Many of us would be like, it's not working. It's not materializing. Why did you keep on pursuing it?
Because the desire never burned out. And I kept writing it. You know, when you write something and you keep it in front of you, the Bible says in Habakkuk, write it down, make it plain. You know? So I kept writing it down every year. And every year I would look at it and I would say, okay, it didn't happen last year. I have another year to try. So I would write it down. Come 2015, that is when I decided, let me do some research. What is this real estate? Remember, when I'm writing it down, I don't have clarity. What is it in real estate that I'm talking about? So I started doing the research, and I remember in 2015 I bought my first parcel of land to learn the loops. What is it that I need to do? What is it that I need to how am I going to go about it? Who is it in the industry I need to work with? Who are the surveyors? Who are the advocates? So that is how I started my journey. Remember, I'm still in employment. That time I was head of finance and operations where I was working. And I started learning little by little, still in employment. And one of the things I realized, because I would study people who have made it in life, and would ask myself, what is it that they did differently from many others? And I realized that one of the biggest anchor to their wealth was actually getting into real estate early in life. And that built for them a foundation that now, when they are older, they were now living on it. So that also helped me to know I'm on the right path to helping people create wealth, generational wealth, that, when I'm old, one of the things that I would want is financial independence. But what is that vehicle that will ensure that you get that financial independence? And it was clear to me that real estate was the way to go. Look at world billionaires. They are all in real estate. So that was another reason why I felt real estate was the right place.
All right.
Yes.
You said that you even bought land just to know maybe what
Yes.
are the loops in that area. Maybe what are some of the gaps you identify that you feel with the Amara you can now fix?
Good. One of the things I realized is that people go identify a parcel of land. One, due diligence is lacking. You go, somebody shows you this is a parcel of land, and you do not take a step further to actually verify, one, that is that parcel of land legit on the ground. So, and that's where the surveyor comes in. You tell the surveyor, I have this title, can you go and identify that parcel of land? And you go and see, actually, the place I was shown, it is actually the place where the land is. Because you can be told the land is here, you're given a title, you go do your due diligence with the advocate, and then now when you come back, you realize, oops, the land was actually on the other side of the ridge, and there's no road. There's no road to get there. So it's important. The first thing, even before you start doing your work with the advocates, get a surveyor to verify that actually where you have been shown is actually where the parcel of land is. These are the beacons. And then now get an advocate to do now the paper due diligence to identify this land belongs to so and so, and this is a history of that land. That for us has been important. The other thing I noticed is that people go identify a land, and before they can transact fully with the person who is selling to them, they've already gone to the market, they have started selling, they've collected people's monies, and woe unto you if something happened along that transaction and it doesn't fall through. A good example, the seller could decide, I have gotten somebody with a better offer, I was selling you at 2 million, I have somebody at 3 million, I will pay the penalty, but I will take away my land. What do? You have the money, yes, to complete the transaction, but the seller has decided, no, I am not willing to go through with this transaction. Number two, you could start selling and thinking that funds will come in quickly so that you sort out the seller. It doesn't happen. So at the end of the day, you have taken people's money, but now you're not able to deliver. You now start telling people stories. When the seller has repossessed the land, you start telling people stories. Oh, now I need to move you to another place. This and this happened. And those are the things that have made many companies fall because they sell that which they do not own. So very early in 2015, I realized that that was one of the other loopholes or the other snare, if I would call it like that, that people were falling into, where you sell in the hope that you will get enough money to pay the seller who sold to you the land and be able to get the profit. So for us, and for me, I decided anything I am going to sell has to be 100% owned by me. At that point, Amara Realty was not in existence.
Okay.
So it had to be 100%. So I knew even if this land was there and it stayed, there's no risk. Nilishanunua, tukamalizana, and I'm good to go.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. And in filling these gaps, I mean,
Yes.
you have been around for now 3 years.
Yes.
Ha-
with Amara
With
Realty.
Amara Realty.
Yes.
Have you discovered any other gaps that you're helping to fill with Amara?
Yes, the other gaps would be, in terms of value, what value are you giving to the clients?
Okay.
We see people selling land in every single part of this country. For us, we are clear. We will not go sell places where there is no value. I will not go to a place, and because it's cheap and I want to make quick money, I go and sell to people. And I know even in 10 years, nothing will have happened. So our motto in Amara Realty, we always say that I only sell land that even I would buy, or rather I would invest. If somebody else was selling it, I would actually go and say, wow, I can invest in this place. So that is the other thing that we do. We ensure that which we're giving is something of value. That tomorrow when you come, because we have clients in the diaspora who listen to us and they say, okay, I will buy. They haven't seen the parcel of land. We would want when they come and they see the parcel of land that we have sold, they're actually like, wow, this is amazing. Not somebody to come and say, oh my God, where did you people bring me? So that is another thing that we have found, that we have to give people value.
All right.
And we also started doing value-added projects. I remember when we started selling in Nanyuki and we started fencing our projects very well. Somebody called me and told me, Jane, you're giving us now a run for our money because you started doing things that we never used to do. Now you're forcing us to also start fencing our land and putting nice gates.
Yes.
Because we believe that when we go to an area, we have to change that area. Change that area in the sense that the projects we are putting out there stand out. So even the other people who come, they are forced to put projects that stand out as well.
All right.
Yes.
I think as before we talk about maybe some of the projects you are bringing on board, I would really want you to, as maybe as the vision bearer, and you got the blueprint for Amara. What are some of the core values the company is anchored on? Because I know somebody could be asking. Yeah.
All right. Before I answer that, if somebody is listening and they want to get in touch with us,
Yes.
they can call us on 0721 26 0000. So the core values that we are anchored on, number one, and most importantly, is integrity. And that already has founded itself in the way that we do our business. The other thing is that we are very, very customer-centric. Customer-centric means that when a customer walks in and they interact with us as a team in Amara Realty, what experience do they get? And I look at my phone, and every time, whether it's me they're interacting with or my staff, I look at my phone and people send me messages and they tell me, wow, Jane, that whatever, if they're going for a field trip, that field trip was amazing, your staff is amazing, or I came to the office, I was received so well. If you're interacting maybe virtually, we are responsive, we send people messages on time. And that element of making the customer feel valued, appreciated, has really, really helped us.
Okay.
Yeah. And also we count ourselves as people who are very reliable. Yeah. When you come to Amara Realty, you know that you can depend on us. You can depend on us to give you value for your money. Whenever you walk in, you know that you're dealing with a company that will actually has the best interests in heart. Yes.
Wonderful. Let me take you back just a little back before we get into the investment opportunities you have. You took a while before officially launching Amara.
Yes.
We like to learn lessons.
Yes.
Why was this important for you? And did you feel like that period that you took between 2015 and 2021 helped you in any way as a CEO?
Yes, it did help me. And I would want to speak to everybody because where I was employed, one of the things I did in employment, I used to give my all. You know, you give your all. And for me, that helped me to learn how to run a business. I would do literally, I was head of finance and operations, but I would literally know everything that was happening in every single department. That for me was a training period. And I feel if I had left earlier, I would not be the kind of CEO I am today.
Okay.
You know, it gave me time to learn, not to jump too quickly into something before I am seasoned. Today, I look at myself as one of the seasoned CEOs because I have run a business and I have known what it is that I need to do. By the time I was leaving employment, I was actually a general manager at that point. Now, how was that period important for me? The period of transitioning between 2015, let's say 2015 to 2019, I was learning, 2019, I knew now I was ready. But I can tell you, when you have a job, and it's a good job, and the pay is good, the temptation to stick on that job is very high. You need the grace of God to actually push you out to go and serve your purpose out there. And for me, when 2019 came, I started feeling now this is a time. And I would go to work and I feel, no, I have outlived my purpose here. Now I need to move on to the next assignment, which is now what I started doing. So immediately I left employment in April of 2019. And in the same month, within 2 weeks, I made my trip to the US to go and now start marketing. So that's how I learned how to market, overseas. I did a website within those 2 weeks. I did my flyers I did a lot within those 2 weeks to prep me to start now selling land. So within now the 2 years that came in, 2019, 2020, that was also now a learning period, and now full-time, not in employment.
Yes.
So that really helped me. By the time I was starting Amara Realty, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to achieve. I knew where Amara Realty needed to be in 5 years' time. Yes.
All right. Awesome. What a journey. I would really want you to talk about now, maybe the current projects you're having right now.
Yes.
Because I know we have flagship projects
Yes.
that are ongoing. Huh?
Yes. We do have an amazing project. Between 2021 and last year, or call it early this year, January, we just sold land, purely land.
Okay.
But again, and I will talk to people because this is a point at which people are now sitting down to ask themselves, okay, the year is coming to an end. What is it for me in 2025? 2019, that's when the vision for what we are doing today, the Oint Country Homes, came to me.
Okay.
And I knew I was going to build a gated community. And I knew the name, the Oint. And I wrote it down in 2019. Remember, this time I have not even started Amara Realty. I had not even built a toilet.
Yes.
Let me put it plainly. As in, I had never interacted with brick and mortar. I never knew what it meant to be in construction. But that vision came to me and I wrote it down. And I took a piece of paper, cut it out, stuck it on my laptop. So that every time I opened my laptop, it was there in front of me. And it was there in 2019, in 2020, 2021, 2022. 2023, it's when now it came alive. And God can use anybody. And I want to say that sometimes it's good to share or to bring in your children into what you're doing. And as I'm driving my daughter to school, she asked me, Mommy, when are you going to start building estates?
Wow.
This time, she's 8 years old.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, okay. So my dream, now I remembered my dream now vividly that I need to start doing this. And I didn't even say anything. 2 weeks later, she asked me, why can't you build an estate like Jacaranda? And she's putting in all the details. Please make sure you do something different. Don't do what everybody else is doing. And I'm thinking, how old are you again?
Wow.
Yes. So in 2023, after now she asked me that question, I told God it's now time to bring this dream to life. And I started looking for land. And it took a year for me to get the land. But as I was looking for land, I started now looking at what would I build. This is a place I want land. Yes, I haven't found it, but what would I put in that parcel of land? And I started designing the house in my mind and on paper. Then I got an architect and I told him, this is exactly what I want. Can you now put my dream to life? And we started working with the architect, and we took several months before we could come up with something. After we came up with something, I traveled to the US and I toured many, many homes to actually see what is it that I can put in these homes to give that uniqueness, that, to dream on behalf of others. Because I know people want homes, and not just homes. They want dream homes. But who dreams? Sometimes even getting your own dream house, you really don't know where to start. So I did the hard work of touring very many states to go and see what is it that I can do, what is it that I can put, how can I make our homes unique, modern, and very nice. So I got concepts, I came back, sat with the architect, and we drew what we now know as the Opportunit Country Homes. So what is the Opportunit Country Homes? The Opportunit Country Homes is a project that is located in Thika. Thika, from Blue Post, we are only 8 kilometers. And first of all, the title reads Thika Municipality, so it's in Thika. And the other thing is that it's so close to Thika town because it's only 8 kilometers. And I always say it is located in the Muthaiga of Thika. The leafy suburbs. And if somebody is there and they still want to reach us, 0721 260000 is our number. So the Opportunit Country Homes, what is it? We have two kinds of homes. We have villas and we have condos. And the reason why we went for the villas, first of all, the location is excellent for a villa. And being the leafy suburbs that it is, we needed to come up with homes that resonate with that kind of location. So the villa, one, it is 300 square meters. It's a humongous home. And I do remember after we had done all the work with my first architect, we went now to seasoned architect to ask them, now review our drawings. Tell us, what is it that we can adjust? Do we have everything in place? And the first thing they asked me, how big are these homes? 300 square meters. And you said, they're for sale. I was like, yes, they're for sale. They were like, no. Two things. And you've already set the price. I was like, yes. And the price is what we are seeing here. Yes. They were like, two things. Either you shrink your house or you increase your price. Because the house was big and the price was very affordable, or rather below market by far. And I told them, no, I am not going to do any of those, because I feel in my heart, there's something that you can have in your heart. This is what I want. This is the way I want it. So I felt this is the way I wanted the home. So the homes are 300 square meters. They have 4 bedrooms with a DSQ, all en suite, 2 living rooms, 2 kitchens. Yes, 2 kitchens. For those who love, the cooking, we have made 2 kitchens for a purpose. When you go to those homes, they're homes that are designed for people to host. So you want to have your main kitchen clean and pristine, and now the other kitchen where you do all your dirty work. You peel your potatoes, your bananas and all that. And it's away from the eyes of people. The reason for the 2 kitchens. The other thing is that I decided to make the homes green. When you walk into that house, even now, because most of the structures are already up, the lighting inside is just awesome. We have put a lot of lighting. The windows are big, and then we have skylights. You walk into the master bathroom, it has a skylight. You actually don't need any lighting during the day. You go to when you're going up the spiral stairway, there's a skylight. I mean, we have tried to bring the outside into the house. Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me take you back a little bit. You've talked about the oint. Where is the name coming from? Because oint.
Yes, a lot of people ask me, the oint, we've never heard of such a name. What is this? The oint simply means anointed.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That
Yes.
sounds really,
And that's a
really,
name I got in 2019, being actualized in 2024.
really amazing.
Keep
Madam
your
Jane.
vision. It will
I
come
like
to
it.
pass.
That's really inspiring.
Yes.
Let's talk about you just mentioned the villas. You have the condos. Tell us
Yes.
about the condos.
Before I get away from the villa, another thing that I learned, because I wanted to make homes that would resonate, or people would, the practical element had to be there.
Yes.
We've seen people who have aged, they have their bedrooms upstairs, and with time they can't go upstairs, or it's a struggle. But because they really love their upstairs bedroom, they really want to get there.
Yes.
So what we did is that we made the master downstairs, so that even with age, you still enjoy your beautiful master.
Wow.
But we also say there are those couples or people who feel, I'm still young, I still have to go up the spiral stairway and enjoy the skylight. Fine, we made another master. It's not as big, but it's equally big with all the amenities, and it opens up to a private balcony or a private terrace. So it's another master that you can call a private dwelling in
Alright.
the villa. And then the villa opens up to a beautiful terrace. And the terrace has its own washroom. It has a place where you can wash your hands and cook. Yeah, it's a whole package.
I like it.
Wow.
Yes.
I like it. Tell us about the condos just before we,
Yes. The
we
condo-
go to business.
Okay, the condo is 3 bedrooms, all en suite, spacious, 170 square meters. It also has a high volume ceiling. In the lounge has double volume. I mean, 1.5 volume, meaning that you're able to see the whole area and creates a lot of good ambience. But the other thing that is beautiful about the condos is that we have a terrace, and the terrace is beautiful and huge. So people can actually go up the terrace and you can host people at the terrace. Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Great. We'll be getting to a few more details because I know there are people who are itching to hear how much am I going
Yes,
to invest
Yes.
for these amazing houses. But before that, we take a very quick business break. We'll be back in a few moments. Kennedy Kimani is on the other side. If you have a question or comment for Madam Jane, please write it to us on the number 20933. It's our SMS line. You can find us at Hope FM Live across our socials, and 0717 400 555 is our WhatsApp number.
FM. 91.9 Mombasa.
Fresh for the week. On Activate.
Such a great dose of inspiration we're having right here with Madam Jane Baiyu, the CEO of Amara Realty. I have a lot of take-homes already, Frank.
Yeah.
Even as we talk about investment.
Yes.
There are some other many lessons that I'm learning.
Many.
I hope you are as well.
Yeah.
If you have a question or comment, write to us on 20933. It's our SMS line. 0717400555 is our WhatsApp number at Hope FM Live across our social media platforms. All right. So welcome back, Madam Jane.
Thank you.
You just painted this very beautiful picture for us about the homes, the Oint Country homes.
Yes.
And we love it already.
Yes.
We love it. We have people that are waiting for you to tell us. So
Yes.
what do you want us to do? We love the homes already.
Yes. Okay. One, let me give the price so that they
Okay.
can start calling us and we can, help them through the journey. For the villa that we said is 4 bedrooms, all en suite with a DSQ, with 2 living rooms, 1 downstairs and 1 upstairs, with 2 kitchens and a spiral stairway leading to the terrace. That goes for 26.5 million.
Okay.
And that is something you pay 20% and the rest you pay within the construction period. That is now for the villa. The condo, which is 3 bedrooms, all en suite with a DSQ, sitting on 170 square meters. That's a plinth area of the house. That one again is 14.7 million. You pay 20%, which is 3 million, and then the rest you pay within the construction period of about 15 months.
I was just about to
Yes.
ask you, how long does it take
Yes,
for the
15
construction?
months. 15 months.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have houses that are already done?
We have houses that are almost complete.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Almost
all right.
complete.
Okay.
Remember, the journey we started with people from scratch, meaning the people who booked first, we started building their houses at that point. So we build with the client. That's why a home that is about to be 35, 38 million, we are able to sell it at 26.5 million. Otherwise, if somebody comes and gets a ready house as it is, of that size, of that magnitude,
It's a different
in
story.
other areas, it will go between 45 to 50 million.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. So take us through the process. So we've heard about the price. We've heard about the houses. What do we do next?
Number 1, call us 0721 260000. Number 2, you can visit our offices. We are at Jewel Complex next to Thika Road Mall, 2nd floor. Jewel Complex, 2nd floor. Either call us, come to Jewel Complex. Let's take you to the homes. We take people there and they're like, oh my goodness. I took bankers last week and they were like, Jane, how did you even think about these homes? The homes you go in and you're looking at them and you're like, imagine I can add nothing. You've thought everything.
It's good
Everything
enough.
is it's good enough. There's nothing we can add. So we can take you for a site visit so that you can get that experience. And we have an open day on the 23rd of December, just before Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
To give you something to think about, to dream about, to write down your goals. You say you want to have a home at the Oint Country Homes. God honors that.
Amen.
We've seen people who have started a journey with us. I remember my first client when we were doing the launch in December, because we launched in December, on December 23rd of December. And when we were launching and we were anointing the grounds and everything, he touched the screen of his TV and said he's going to own a home at the Oint Country Homes. Today he's almost finishing to pay.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Two questions that come to my mind. I know I am asking on behalf of many people
Yes.
who would wonder, when I buy a piece of property with Amara Realty, the property is transferred, the piece of land is transferred, the title is transferred from Amara to me.
Yes.
When I buy a home, what happens? Is it the same thing?
It's the same thing because you
Okay.
still get your title.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. We started by saying Amara sells that which it owns.
Okay.
Amara is building on its own piece of land.
All right.
So it means today, if you have finished paying, the only thing we'll do is transfer the title to you.
Okay.
Because you're now the legitimate owner of that parcel of land.
Yeah.
So everything is set. Once you're done, we do the transfer.
All right.
Yes.
The other question is, we have seen a bit of fluctuations here and there with the dollar, with the shilling, with everything. Are these prices bound to change? Once I start construction, will you tell me dollar kidogo?
No. Once we've started a journey, we've
Yes.
signed the offer letter, you've signed the sale agreement, that is fixed.
Okay.
Even if now the prices go up,
Yeah.
now that is our responsibility. Number one, what we have done, and I think this is for the comfort of
Yes.
anybody who is listening. We are working with very good consultants. What does that mean? Because there are people who are asking, okay, you have talked about the home, it's beautiful, we like it, we can already feel ourselves inside, but how do you guarantee us the quality? The journey we embarked on, we decided we were going to go all out with the best.
Okay.
So we have great consultants, a great architect, we have great structural engineers, we have great mechanical and services engineers, we have a project manager on site, and of course the QS, and how that has helped us. Before we started even doing anything, the contractor, and we have an independent contractor, the contractor was asked to bring materials on site. Those materials, we took them to the lab to test the quality of the sand, cement, stones, even stones. Everything that we have used on that project has actually been tested. So that guarantees the quality of the homes that we are giving.
Okay.
And also we work with these consultants. We do bi-weekly inspections so that every time something new is done, it's inspected before they move to the next level. So that has guaranteed the quality. When somebody walks in there, they're like, wow, this is good. Everything looks in order.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And now, beyond real estate, maybe do you have some CSR programs, to give back to the community?
Yes, but before we get to the CSR,
Yes.
Allow me first of all to repeat our number. 0721260000 is a number to call if you want to speak to us. Number two, let me talk about the options that we have. Somebody may be saying, okay, 26.5, 14.7, I may not have that money. How do I still be able to achieve and get the home? How do you help that? We have banks that we are working with. Currently, we are working with Stanbic. We also have a relationship with NCBA and HFC, if somebody has a relationship with those two other banks. So we are able to work with you. There are people even in the diaspora who are actually taking facilities from Stanbic as we speak. And that will help the client, because when the bank also is involved, there is that element of surety that you're getting into a good project, because a bank will not just pick any project for that matter. So they've assessed, they're happy, super happy with our project. So that will help. You're able to get that. Those who are taking the condo, they can actually be able to get those homes at the affordable interest rate of 9.5. You pay your 3 million or 3.2 million, and the bank can loan you at the affordable interest rate of 9.5, which is 9.5%, which is ideally very, very affordable. So if you want a condo sitting on a 50 by 100, please, you can come and you'll be able to get that with the bank helping. And also didn't mention that we also have condos that sit on a 100 by 100, and those ones go for 17.7. All the villas are on 100 by 100. And for me, 100 by 100 is special, because I see people who have bought homes on 50 by 100. They build fantastic homes.
Yeah.
But with time, they're like, oh no, I don't have space.
I don't have space, right?
So they start looking for a bigger parcel of land. Remember the investment they've had to put, and now they need to look for either somebody to buy their house or to rent it out, to go and look for a bigger parcel. We always say, start with what you would envision, you don't have to move again. That's your dream home. So why? That's the reason for 100 by 100.
All right.
Now let's go to the CSR projects. We are involved as Amara Realty, and I always tell my team, we don't exist for ourselves. We exist so that we can impact the people around us, the societies around us. So how do we do that? We do that through many ways. Every month we feed the elderly. So it's a given, whether I'm there or not, there's an amount of food that will be taken to feed the elderly. Number two, we take children to school. We have children who are already on board and we pay for them school fees. There are some that are in now grade 4 and we are committed to taking them through to high school. We have people who are in high school that we are also paying school fees for. The other thing is that whenever there is a natural disaster, we've had issues where there was drought, major drought. We went around the country feeding people and we spent quite a bit on that. When there was a flood, we spent a lot giving blankets. And also right now, we've partnered with Kenya Diaspora Media. This is a media house that helps people. So what they do is that they identify cases that they would help. So we partner a lot with them. So right now there's a program that has been going on called Man of Value, creating men of value. And this has been done through football tournaments. So we've also participated in that to empower the young men to get out of drugs, to get out of alcoholism. And yesterday we had a very good tournament in Muranga, to get out of drugs, to get out of alcoholism. And when you listen to those men, when they come now to speak, because the tournament has been going on, when you listen to them and you see the impact it has created, for us, that is what now keeps us going. If we see a smile on somebody's face, we are happy. So that is where we come in as Amara Realty. We are not blind to what is going on around us. We keep our eyes open, our ears open, and we act.
Wow.
Yes.
And our time is pretty much well spent. We have less than a minute to wrap this up, Madam Jane. What would your final remarks be?
Our final remarks is, number one, call us. If you're looking for a reliable partner in real estate, call us on 0721 26 0000. Visit us at Jewel Complex. If you really want a reliable investment partner in real estate and you're looking for peace of mind, come to Amara Realty.
Wow.
Yes.
Well said. Thank you so much, Madam Jane. Thank you for sharing your story and vision. Like I said, I have learned.
Yes.
And I encourage everyone to book their calendars. The 23rd of December. Take your first step towards owning your dream home with Amara Realty. That has been an amazing time. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I really appreciate. God bless you all.
And
And
God
thank
bless
you
you
to the listeners.
Amen.
Asante sana. Keep listening to Hope FM. Thank you for your